Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Megan. Hello and welcome to a 24-hour readathon. This is not part of something bigger. I never usually participate in 24-hour readathons when they happen because I always have something better to do. But we're in the long stretch between school and break. I'm on break now and school starts next week, so I have a lot of free time, and I thought, what better way to spend a weekend by myself than to read for 24 hours? That's what we're doing. I've done this twice before and I really enjoyed the outcome. I read a lot of pages, a lot of good books, and I just had a total blast, and it increased my reading motivation. So that's what we're hoping for today. I will link in the description a playlist with my 24-hour readathons if you would like to see the other two 24-hour readathons I've done. And yes, it's pretty self-explanatory. However, I will say usually when I make one of these, I do still plan on sleeping, because I'm only human. But I have messed up my sleep cycle for some reason during my little 1.5 week break, and so I don't really care how much I sleep or don't sleep. So we're gonna try to go on the not sleep side of things. We'll see how it works. Also, I'm guessing you could see that huge Christmas bag that's green with a lot of wrapping paper in it. It needs to go in my bins because I do recycle these things, but sorry for them messing up the aesthetic. I usually also come to you guys with a set TBR, and I have my set monthly TBR, which, hello TBR card. I'll leave a video in the cards where I explain this to you guys. These are all actually most of my unread romances. I've seen that I forgot a few. And I have my monthly TBR, which a lot of these books have already been read, and it's only January 9th, which is amazing. But this time, I don't have a set TBR except for the first book I want to start reading. I might pick and choose off my bookshelf whatever I'm in the mood for. I might DM some of my bookish friends or friends in general. I have a few of those actually, and ask them to pick what I'm going to read next. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. I will be starting at noon and go till noon on January 10th. I'm not the midnight to midnight kind of readathon person, so it's 11:20 now. I still have time. I'm going to be journaling. Speaking of journaling, I did think maybe I could knock some books off for my 20 books in 2021 or 21 bingo prompts. 2021 bingo prompts. Jesus. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm going to touch my 20 books in 2021 because I'm keeping those mostly for TBRs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a goals video that explains it. But the first book, and only book I have planned as of now, is Meet Me in Midnight by Jessica Pennington, which is a young adult contemporary kind of romance summary book, and those are all my staple words. I love young adult and adult books, especially if they're summer themed and if they are contemporary and they include romances. So I think this will be my jam, and I think this is this dual perspective is, oh my god, is life being so kind to me today? It is! I love this. The writing looks a little tiny, but I think it may be because I don't have my glasses, because the ring light makes a huge glare in my glasses and it's not really cute. But I think this is about two swimmers that are forced to spend their summers together, I guess because they're both swimming, and maybe their families. Yeah, I think their families may be close, but I think they prank each other all the time and they don't really like each other, but they end up being enemies to lovers. A hate-to-love romance that is addictive and addictively enjoyable. I'm so excited for this. I hope I love it. This kind of reminds me of the feeling I had with my first 24-hour readathon when I picked out, what is it? Fake it till you break it? Anywho, this will be my first book when noon arrives, and hopefully I love it. Maybe we'll read a bunch of summer books in the middle of January. Who knows? But this will be the plan. I'm going to go journal my reading pages for the past 2 days that I have not filled out, and maybe make some lunch before, or maybe in the middle of this book. I don't really know, but once it is time for the 24-hour readathon and I start reading and I have more updates, I'll talk to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this vlog and stick around. Also, completely irrelevant side note, Passenger, who is my favorite artist, released an album yesterday, and I love reading books and listening to his music at the same time, so I'm probably going to be jamming out to his music while I read, and I could not be more excited. Hello everyone, it is 2:50, so this read-a-thon has been going for almost 3 hours and I haven't finished a book, which I feel like it's normal, but I am like 60, is it 60? 59, so yes, 60% of the way through Meet Me at Midnight, and this has the potential to become one of my favorite YA contemporaries ever. It's more almost like new adult because the characters are like 18. I feel like this always happens when I make a 24-hour read-a-thon where I want to read quickly, but I always find one book that I really love, and I can't believe it's been sitting on my shelf for months now and I haven't picked it up. This is the perfect enemies to lovers, well, enemies to friends to lovers, and there's just so many things, and my heart is swooning, and I love the boy main character, and they're also oblivious to each other's feelings, and this is just a whole lot of fun. So fun that I forgot to make lunch. I love when books make me feel so happy, and I know I look like a maniac, but I swear I'm not. So the plan, I think I'm going to finish this and then make food. I might like grab a little snack while I'm still reading, and then I wish I could wear my, oh my god, my glasses are so dirty. I wish I could wear them though when I'm talking to you guys, but yes, this is amazing. This is excellent. Chef's kiss. No regrets picking this as my first read. I feel happy. I feel hopeful. I feel like a giddy little teenager. I am loving this. I just wanted to update before I finish the book and then move on to my next one. So yes, this is what's happening and I am happy. I officially finished my first book and I loved this book. Honestly, adored this book. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Well, technically it's like a 4.5 stars with CAWPILE. It's really close to being a 5-star. I don't have anything bad to say about this book, and I really wish I had my glasses on right now because I feel like the writing was very small, so it took me a long time to read this. Like, it's almost 5, and usually I would have finished like a book and a half by this time. But the writing was tiny for it to be only like 330 pages, but I loved it to pieces. This is for sure staying in my collection, and if you guys are looking for something to cure your winter blues, if you're looking for an enemies to lovers, this. If you're looking for the cutest, most swoon-worthy male character, Asher, 100%, like oh my god, my heart is so full and I'm incredibly happy, but I haven't had a lot of food, so I need to eat soon or I think I might pass out. But yes, this is my first book. I still don't know what I'm gonna read next, and we're gonna change angles, I swear, but I have a package that I wanted to open. This was purchased with some gift cards I got for Christmas, and the book I have is The Marriage Game by Sarah Desai. This is a romance book and it sounds just absolutely amazing. I'm not going to read it today because I think I may have a reading vlog idea for this and a couple other books, but I just wanted to show you guys. This is the mail I got today. Very excited. So we are one book down and almost 5 hours into this 24-hour read-a-thon. This is going terribly slow. So I'm going to go pick out my next read. And once I do, I will come back to you. I am truthfully very much struggling at the moment because I think I want to read more romance because that book really put me in a romance mood. But then, what romance do I want to pick up? Maybe I want to pick up Untouchable by Talia Hibbert, which is the second book in the Ravenwood series, and I really enjoyed the first one. Then we also have Meet Cute Club by Jack Harbin, and this one is like a shorter one. But then if I want a shorter cutesy book, I also have Make a Scene by Mimi Grace, which I could read and I feel like I would enjoy, which is also kind of short and sweet. Y'all, I need help. I wish you guys were actually here with me to help me choose. Wouldn't it be nice if I had the time to read like all 3 of these? I don't know what to read. What else can I read? Like, why am I giving myself more options? That is the question. You know what? I think I might go with Meet Cute Club. I don't know why. I don't know what inspired this choice, but I think that's what we're going with. I really do need to make some food, and then we'll jump on into this one. I've heard great things, and we'll see. Hello, I haven't been gone long at all. But I'm only 11 pages in, and this book is like targeting my ass and also making me cackle like a crazy idiot. So I think I've made a good choice. We have our first encounter where I don't even know. I don't think I mentioned. Did I mention what this book was about? This follows, I guess it's like a dual perspective, but not told for like different point of views. It just kind of goes back and forth and kind of like third or second person. I don't really know. One of our main characters really loves romance books. He is gay. He loves romance books. He has this book club, and it's kind of like the thing that helps him go through his somewhat mediocre life, which I'm not saying my life is mediocre, but I understand the willingness to read romance. And anyways, and the other man or other character we're following works at the bookstore. He just started working at a bookstore where our main character buys all his books. He's like a regular there. And so they have an exchange when the man who works at the bookstore comments on the fact that our main character, or other main character I guess, is buying a bunch of romance books, and he's kind of making fun of him, but I think it's more in the haha way. But there's this line I put like on my personal Instagram. I really need to get better at updating my Bookstagram because I don't think anyone on my personal Instagram actually cares about any of this. But there's a line that says, like, they're debating romance, and it says, oh, so they don't end up in marriage and happily... So they don't all end up in marriage and happily ever afters. They don't ride off into the sunset together. They don't give readers way too high expectations. And if that's not me, I feel I mean, I've been reading contemporary romances, especially like YA, since I can remember, like since I'm like 14 or whatever the appropriate age I thought it was to start reading those books. And I've always had, you know, that gut feeling where you're gonna have your own meet cute. And let me just put a bookmark in here before we start spilling the tea on my weird ass. But you know, when you read all these books and you're like, oh my god, it's so romantic, and then you kind of expect your life to go that way, but it turns out most probably a lot of people write these books because we don't get our own happily ever afters. And I just think that your expectations are a little bit higher when you've read about so many incredible fictional characters, and I know they're fictional, but it just like struck a chord. And I think I'm going to love this book because just the discourse on romance, especially in the last like year and a half now, I've been moving to adult romance, and it's something I connect with. And I'm the kind of person who loves fairy tale romances, and I love cheesy movies and cheesy romance books, and they just make me very happy. I'm the kind of person who's happy for everyone all the time, and I don't know, it just really struck a chord, and I can't stop laughing at my reactions. By the way, I did have a little bit of food. I had a cheese stick and half a chicken sandwich, so there's a little bit more pep in my step. Anyways, I might take a bath later, but I'm gonna go keep reading this while my camera charges. But oh my geez Louise, I think this book is gonna be a blast. Oh. everyone! I hope this angle isn't so terrible and that you can see me. It is currently 8:30 on the dot. I took like 15 minutes to relax after I finished Meet Cute Club and I just put it through CAWPILE, so I'll show you guys after what CAWPILE looks like if you have not heard of it yet. But it is currently the rating system I am using for 2021. It is a book rating system created by Gia Book Roast. Every time I mention the rating system, I leave it in my description. So if you have any questions or want to know how it works, I will link to the videos. She created one for 2021. However, I'm sticking with the 2019 version because I don't necessarily care for all the other things that she added that it also tracks. So this is ending up being a 3-star, which is exactly what I thought it would be. I think I enjoyed the commentary on the books the most and what it means to be a reader and how there's stigma depending on the reading you have, like your favorite reading genres or what kind of reading you are most inclined to do, and I just think that everything relating to that was important. I also appreciated that there were trigger warnings at the beginning of this book that the author put in, and some bits and pieces of the romance were really cute, but I just think this book was a little too repetitive and I wasn't the biggest fan of the writing nor how the perspective switched within this book. I think sometimes it got a little bit confusing, so I feel like a 3-star is pretty fair for this, which means I will not be keeping it on my shelves. I don't think. It's unfortunate because I really like the cover, but I don't see myself rereading it and it hasn't obtained a 4-star, so I will be parting with this one as well. But if you want to know more how I rated each category, for the characters I gave a 7, the atmosphere a 7, the writing a 6, the plot a 6, the intrigue a 6, the logic a 7, and enjoyment a 7, which gives us a 6.57. So it's like a 3.5-ish, but more of a 3-star. And yeah, I'm a little burnt out on reading, but as of now we've read 558 pages, which I feel like is not a lot for the point I am in my read-a-thon. I feel like I need to read a couple more books. I think that the writing of Meet Me at Midnight was so small and it kind of gave me a headache even with my glasses, so I might take a little break and eat. We have some pizza I can heat up, and then I might take a bath. But that's kind of where we're at in this 24-hour read-a-thon. I have no idea what I want to pick up. I don't know if I'm burnt out on romance, if I want to read middle grade, if I want to read... I don't really know. I'm looking at my bookshelves. But yeah, let me show you guys what CAWPILE looks like. So ignore this. This is like, it's a thing to correct when I spell for university in French. But we have the month, the title, the author, the format, the number of pages, the main genre, the age category, and then if it's owned or borrowed, and then all the CAWPILE rating system, which gives you a star rating at the end, which you can see here. And then it has the date you started, the date you finished it, with if the author is a person of color, as well as gender and publication year. So this is my view. These are my shelves. I know you don't see most of them in my videos. You always see the same layout where I sit, but it is rainbow colored. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to read next. Maybe I would want to pick up something like, maybe if I drop you here, I'm trying to move around a little so that you guys get more of me than just sitting in one corner, but I thought about, oh god, this is gonna crash. I thought about reading The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson, which is the second book in the Truly Devious series, which I really enjoyed the first book, but I don't remember much of the first book and I don't want to have to reread it. Honestly, I'm not in the mood for rereading a book. So I don't know, this could be an option, but if I go into it not remembering anything from the previous book, then it's gonna be a little bit of a doozy. Like, do I want more romance? Usually the answer would probably be yes. But I've read a lot of the same feeling books in the past few days. Again, wishing you guys could be here to help me pick. I could always read something like Pages & Co. I read the second book in the series literally like, what, 2 days ago? So maybe I could read something like this, but then maybe I want to keep it for another time, which, my god, this is hard. Let's drop down together. Now my room looks like a mess because I haven't been picking up as I go. Do I want a YA? Why am I so uninspired to be choosing books? Why is this so difficult for me? I wish I had like a Casey West book. Oh, do I? Do I have any on my shelves I haven't read? That would be... Don't think so. Damn it. Oh, why is this so difficult? And then there's some books I would be interested in, like... Let me... You'd Be Mine by Erin Han, which isn't too long. Perfect for a read-a-thon. But I'm so scared I'm not gonna like this because I really want to like this that I feel like putting it off even more. But I've had this on my shelf for quite a while. Oh my Jesus. I'll figure it out and be right back. I'm back, and I did what any sensible person would do, and I passed on the task of choosing to someone else, and so I DM'd my probably only in real life friend that I know who also reads, and I sent him a shit ton of pictures of my bookshelves, and he said I should read Aurora Rising, which probably would have been one of my last choices ever, or for a 24-hour readathon. However, I do like sci-fi, and this is what he picked, and so this is what we will be reading. This may take me the rest... Yeah, it might take me the rest of this entire readathon or more. It's almost 500 pages long, but we shall honor what my friend told me to read, and so once I have had food, I shall read this. So... we're out of the romance and into the sci-fi. Hello, welcome to my bathroom. I want to take a bath. It's like 10:05 right now. Haven't read one single page of this since I last talked to you. I ate half reheated pizza. I watched a little bit of Gabby and Olivia's live show for the Winterween. And I am dreading starting this, but I know, like, I want to get it off my TBR. Like, it's a great thing that I'm starting this book. But I haven't started it yet, and I feel like I'm failing at this readathon. And I almost, like, scrapped this video a couple of times today, but I'm already 2 books in, so I don't want to scrap this completely. I just usually think that I read so many more pages. Usually at this time in the day I've read 3 or 4 books, but it is what it is, and I just want to, I think I want to put this video up also because we're not always going to have the best reading days, and I just think that pushing through and, you know, reading whatever you amount to read in a day or a week or a year, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're a reader no matter how many books you read, and I'm just trying to remind myself that. I don't know, by this year I'm like going all in. I'm already like 6 books into my reading goal, and it's January 9th, so I don't know why I'm going all freaking insane all up in here. But I have received a lot of bath bombs for Christmas. I have used a few, which I've shown, I think, in my last vlog, at least one. I have some bubble bars. I have a unicorn bubble bar, and I have 3 different bath bombs. And I'm the kind of person who fears running out of things, so I don't use them. And usually someone else would make a decision for me, but no one is here to make a decision for me except myself. And I fear what is going to end up happening instead of a beautiful bath montage is just me using a little bit of a bubble bar and calling it a night. And I'm trying to get over my fear of making decisions, but it's just not easy. And so I've been staring at this pot of bath bombs for way too long. And now I'm chatting with my camera in my washroom like it's a casual Saturday evening, my friends. This is where I'm at in my life. Welcome to my life, my world. I hate making decisions. It's a very big part of what gives me anxiety. Like, what if I use a bath bomb and then I stay in the bath for 20 minutes and then my bath bomb has kind of gone to waste? But what if I'm in the bath for like an hour and a half and I don't have a bath bomb? I'm wasting an opportunity for a great bath. I hate making decisions and I hate being an adult. This is what this vlog is turning into, essentially. Welcome to my head. Hello everyone. Jesus. I took a bath. Verdict was I didn't use a bath bomb, which was a good choice because I ended up staying in the bath for not so long because I'm trying to make sense of like the first 10 pages of this book, and truthfully there's so many words that have been used that I don't understand. I literally wrote to my friend to tell him that I don't understand what is happening in the first 10 pages of this book. This was probably not the best book to pick for Read-A-Thon, and honestly, I am starting to crash. I feel exhausted, and this feeling hasn't happened in my two first Read-A-Thons. I read over 1,000 pages both times, I think. But I think I'm gonna chill a little bit, see how I feel. Maybe try to read some more of something. I'm so sorry if this vlog isn't my best. But as I said, I don't want to scrap the video just because I am not reading as much. I think that the willpower is enough. But I'm going to chill for a little bit, as I said. I don't think I ate enough food today, and I've been reading a lot. As I mentioned in the past days, I've been reading like a book a day almost, and I guess it's catching up to me. However, there are two things I want to say, or at least discuss with you guys. I know this isn't my best work and it's not my best read-a-thon, but if you have watched my previous vlogs or want to, I recommend both of them because I think they were really fun, energetic. I've read a lot of good books, but I thought of maybe doing this once a month-ish. I think it could be really fun. And I wanted to know if it's something you guys would like to see on my channel, like a monthly 24-hour read-a-thon, and if I do them, would you guys like to participate in them? Like, would you want me to make it low-key and like I mentioned it on my channel, like an announcement, and if you want to partake, I can maybe run some sprints, or I don't know, like I would want to interact more with you guys. Maybe I can find some other booktubers to host with and have like 24-hour read-a-thons. It's all things I'm thinking about. I do want to make my channel a little bit more, I don't know, interactive, and along with that, I've been meaning to ask you guys if you would like me to either start a book club or do some live reading sprints. I've been loving live reading sprints, and I wanted to try to make some on my channel. Maybe I could again recruit some booktubers. Maybe some of my booktube friends would like to hop on. I know I'm not a big channel by any means, but I just think some of you constantly interact with me, and I thought maybe it would be cool. Maybe some of you guys would be interested, or even have like a mini book club where we could have like a Discord chat, or even like, I don't know, maybe if it's only a few of you guys, I think you can have like a DM conversation with several people, or something like that, where we could read a book all together every month or every 2 months or whatever, and just kind of interact with each other. Let me know what you guys think. If anyone would be interested in any of those ideas, or if you're a booktuber and would like to collaborate on any of these things, also let me know. So yeah, I'm gonna go chill, try to read at least a little bit more. Like, I'm not fully abandoning the idea of a 24-hour readathon, but we shall see what happens next. Also, just put these little gal pals to bed. If you wanted to see my bunnies, don't worry, they spend all their days out. They just sleep in their cages because my apartment isn't fully bunny proof, so I can't leave them out all the time. But this one is Bambi. She wants a treat, so she wants to give me a kiss. So this is Bambi, and this is Harry. I feel like you don't see him as much in my videos. He is the youngest of the two. He is a male and she's a female, so they don't remain in the same cage at night. This is my little honey. We got him 1 year ago. Harry is 1. And my little cute friend here is around 4 years old, I think. So yes, say goodnight. They have everything they need. This is like I feel like I'm in a zoo when I walk in here. But yes, if you don't know, I have bunnies. Just put them to bed, so I'm gonna read a little, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. Lights out. Hello, it's midnight. The lighting sucks and I might be out of focus, but I read another poetry collection, well, my first poetry collection for this, and since a long time, and it was The Witches Don't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace, and I have come to realize, let me try to find a more comfortable way to hold you guys. Yeah, anyways, I've come to realize Amanda Lovelace, not for me. I read 2 of her poetry collections now. Didn't like either of them. I don't rate poetry collections, but if I were to put like a star rating on it right now, feels like a 2-star. I feel like a lot of the writing isn't for me. I loved some of the poetry in here, but a lot of it feels very redundant, and I know that sometimes this way of writing is used to put emphasis on certain subject matter, but I just think that using 4 or 5 pages with the exact same line written over and over again, for me, it doesn't work. I just think that, not that it's a waste, because poetry is never a waste and it's going to work for some people and it's not going to work for some, but for me, it doesn't work, and I don't love it. If we're talking modern poetry, I like Atticus or Bo Taplin. I think that their styles of writing suits me better, but I know I'm in the unpopular opinion here, just like I am with Ruby Kaur. I don't like her writing as well, and so yeah, I was thinking, oh, I should read something on my Kindle. Sometimes it's easier for me when I'm in bed, and I stumbled across that, and I've been wanting to read more poetry for a while, and I thought, what a great time to do it. So I read all of it. It's like 190 pages-ish, but as I said, not a fan, but I'll talk to you guys more in the morning because it's like past midnight and I want to watch maybe a video and just go to bed because I am tired. So I'll catch you guys up in the morning. Hopefully we get to read a little bit more of something else. But either way, I feel a little bit better about at least having 2 full novels and a poetry collection done for this vlog. Hello everyone, I am here to wrap up the vlog. As I said, probably not my best one yet, but I'm not gonna hate myself for it. And I also realized that I read a very, very good book at the beginning of this, which makes me extremely happy. So let's recap what I read. So the first book I read for my 24-hour readathon was Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington, which was hands down my favorite book of this reading vlog and one of my favorite books of the month. This really does feel more like a 4.5 than a 4 to me. I might even bump up the rating on Goodreads to like a 5, but mention that it's a 4.5 because although CAWPILE says it's like a 4.5, in my heart, you know when you find your favorite reads, which objectively they may not be the most incredible thing, but yet I still love it, and there's like nothing wrong with this book. It's not like problematic, there's nothing bad about the writing, so I might bump it up. I don't know, but I do know that I kept thinking about this book all day yesterday. I really love the hate to love element in this one, so if you're looking for a hate to love romance or enemies to lovers, or enemies to friends to lovers, I really recommend this one. I think it's amazing. As I said though, the writing in this one is a little bit smaller, and this feels more like new adult because there are some themes in here that I don't see in regular YA, so I think this for me is more new adult. I know that publishers don't really market things as new adult, but I would go into this knowing that even though there aren't like super explicit things on page, there are some little scenes in here that are a little bit more than maybe a 14 or 15-year-old can handle. I don't really know. I just caution. Then, as I mentioned yesterday, I ended up reading Meet Cute Club by Jack Harbin, which got a 3 out of 5 stars, and I feel like that's really spot on as a rating. It was fine, but nothing revolutionary. The characters were okay. I like their relationships. Both of them have relationships with their grandparents. And I did appreciate that. And as I said, I like the commentary on reading romance, and the end of this book was very cute, but I think that it was very repetitive and the writing style was a little bit confusing, so it's fine if you were interested in this book. I don't recommend you not read it, but it's not something I would like ultimately push on my channel for people to read. It was just kind of a basic 3-star read, which is exactly what it is, and the cover's really cute, but as I said, I think I will be getting rid of this one. And then the final thing I read was that poetry collection from Amanda Lovelace. And I forgot to look how many pages this one had, so let me do that real quick so that we can add up the final count. Okay, so 192 pages. So as I mentioned for this one, I don't rate poetry collections, but this is definitely not in my favorites. And if I had to give it a rating, it would probably be a 2-star. I did love like a handful of the poems in here, but again, I think that the writing choices weren't the best for me, personally. But that I know they are valid and valuable for some people. Some people love poetry books, some people hate them. We all vary depending on what we're looking for, and I guess that one wasn't exactly for me. However, I did appreciate a lot of the feminist messages in here, but I think that some of them maybe pushed an agenda that wasn't exactly in the same eye as mine. Like, I am someone who believes in women's rights and that women deserve a lot, and it talks about like rape culture and everything. As I mentioned, there are trigger warnings before this book, and that part I found really interesting, but some of the other messages that were conveyed I think might have been overgeneralized, and I'm not a fan of that either. I don't really know how to express it, like you need to read it to know it, but I've seen it in a lot of other Goodreads reviews and people do seem to have a similar opinion. So that's what I read. So in total, I did read 750 pages on the dot, and I mean, that's pretty good for a readathon where my energy kind of left me halfway through, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm especially proud that I got more books off my TBR. These will probably be used for my 2021 book bingo. And And if I could recommend one book out of all of these, I would say read Meet Me at Midnight. This one is really worth the read and I absolutely loved it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Also, in my next weekly reading vlog, I am getting my COVID vaccine, the first dose, and if you're interested in knowing what that looks like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon, guys. Bye! Happy reading!